What's going on? What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another exciting episode of One on One Talk. It's your boy Pico the City Brown. How everybody doing today? I'm back. I am back in the building on a Thursday, but I'm still going skating tonight. So don't forget that. Before I start the show, I want to thank everybody for participating in the show. I want to thank everybody for listening to my show. And as always, feel free to share the content and hit that like button. No matter what you do in this life, make sure you hit that like button. But you can also follow me on YouTube at Pico the City Brown 101 Talk PTSD. Hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button as well, and also hit the notification bell so you can subscribe, you can follow, you can notification. That's all on YouTube. You can also follow me on TikTok and Instagram. My Instagram is Pico38. Real simple. My TikTok is at Pico City. Bam. Hit the follow button on those two. Real simple stuff. So, without any further ado, let the games begin. Now, how can I put this? Basic. Is it okay to hold back sex in a relationship or a marriage? Is it okay to hold back sex in a relationship or a marriage? Well, I'll just say like this. I don't think that's a good idea. Although you can't stop somebody from going out and doing what they want to do. Whoever's up here, I gotta watch it. How you doing? I don't see you pop up. So, how you doing? I appreciate you. Thanks for watching. The topic is it okay to hold back sex in a marriage or a relationship? And so far, I just started, so I just said no because let's just be honest. You can't stop nobody from going out there and cheating on you. You can't do that. You just have to take their word for it. You just have to trust in that person. You have to trust that you picked the right person. Now, however, that don't mean you make matters worse. You see what I'm saying? You don't make matters worse. You can't do that because let's just say for marriage's sake, which I'm going to always use the marriage because it's bigger than relationships. And this don't just go for men, it goes for women as well. It's not a good thing to hold back sex when you're married because you married that man. You both in a marriage. You both a husband and wife. So, well, hey, let's just be honest. If he got the need, give it to him. So, it's not good to hold back sex in a marriage because when you're married, the bed is pretty much undefiled. So, you can pretty much do what you want to do. When you're married, you can have all the sex in the world as long as that's with your wife. Now, on the other hand, if you're not married, I'm not saying go out there and have sex because let's just be honest, we're not supposed to have sex until we're married. But if you are out there and you got a girlfriend or whatever, it's not polite or wise to hold back sex from your significant other, your boyfriend or your girlfriend. It's just not right. It's not a good look. And that sometimes that makes people go off and cheat. Just going to be honest, because a man's sex drive is way bigger in some cases, not all cases. A man's sex drive is way bigger than a woman's sex drive. A man can have sex anytime, any place, anywhere. It really don't matter to him. But woman, well, it's a different story with a woman because she's more sophisticated in that area. So she's going to be like, hey, look, okay, if it's something spontaneous, then fine. But they usually want to do stuff away from the crowd. Let's just put it like that. But a man, he'll do it anywhere. So it don't hurt. It don't hurt to have sex with your husband or to have sex with your girlfriend or boyfriend or your wife. I'm not trying to leave nobody out. So enough of the punishment talk, enough of the withholding something back from each other because he or she made you mad in that situation. Because I'm just being honest. If you keep holding that stuff back toward him, he will pretty much venture out and find something else. Just be honest. Now, he may talk to you. And let's just be honest, too. In that situation, he don't really need to talk to you because you as a woman, you should know the needs of your husband or the need of your boyfriend or vice versa, the need of your wife or your girlfriend. So, by that being said, I don't know what's going on here. Oh, there we go. By that being said, it's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing for somebody to want you. It's not a bad thing at all. But some people really don't know how to take it. And we can't always say, well, we started off good, but I dropped the ball. Won't just be a woman about it, or just be a man about it and say, hey, I dropped the ball. Pick the ball back up. Let's run this thing. But until we stop blaming each other and doing the blame game and such and whatever, we're going to always have a problem in that field. So me personally, I say no. Your husband shouldn't come to you and you got to try to make deals with him, like if you can take out the garbage, or if you do this and that. If he's in the mood, guess what? Even if you're not in the mood, just do it. It don't hurt nobody. You don't gain anything. Well, you do gain something, but you don't lose anything. You don't. Because I'm not in the mood today, concerned that I'm not in the mood tomorrow, or the next day, or the next day, or the next day. And that's not fair to him. So it's going to be a definitely no, unless it's a mutual thing. Now, if y'all agree on that situation, well, hey, and guess what? By all means, hey, that's your thing. Do what you want to do. But two have to agree with that. So if a man marries a woman, and if a man is dating a woman and she's holding back sex, what do you think you're going to do when you're married? It's going to be the same way. That's why people creep out the back door. That's why women go see other men. I'm not saying that's the main reason. That's one of the reasons. That's the reason why women find shelter in other men, and that's the reason why men find shelter in other women. Because they're not getting satisfied at home. And if you're not getting satisfied at home, well, you pretty much messed up on that note. So you got to be careful in those type of situations, because it'll hinder you, and it'll sneak up on you, man. Next thing you know, it's been 3-4 months past. So there's nothing wrong with that. So if you want to keep and don't get me wrong, I'm not basing this on just sex. I will never do that, because there's more to a relationship than just that. You get to spend time with each other. You go out on vacations. Relationships can be a beautiful thing. Marriage can be a beautiful thing, but you have to work at it. And taking one thing away, that's not working at it. That's going to cause confusion. So that's why you have to be careful in that situation. So it is what it is. You draw your own conclusions, make your own decisions. But me personally, I don't think it's fair to him or her, because you have a lot of men out there that withhold sex from their wives or their girlfriends, because the girlfriend probably pissed them off, or you thinking in your head that something ain't right, and there you go. So if that does happen one too many times, and she's talking to you, blah, blah, all this, blah, blah, this, the another, whoop, the bam. She's talking to you, and nothing changes. She's human just like you are. So you can't blame her for stepping out and finding somebody that's going to do what you're supposed to do, just like you can't blame him. You can't say, well, we should have talked about it, and how do you do this? How dare you? And you're this, you're that. No, because we sat down, we talked. You said you was going to do better. You didn't do better. So I went out and I found somebody that's going to do that. Then you be sitting there looking like Pete the Tramp or a fool, because it's pretty much an idiotic thing to do, to have that mindset. So no, don't ever deprive your husband for sex. I'm only using husband and wife in this category, what I'm talking about now, because boyfriend and girlfriend don't match up to husband, because you're not supposed to have sex when you're just dating anyway. But if you do, or if you are, it might not be wise to deprive each other from sex with this little funky attitudes, or I'm not going to do this, or I'm not going to do that. And You make the first move, or I'll make the first move. Hey, it don't matter who, just freaking do it. Remember, men are visual creatures. In some cases, women are visual creatures also, but don't just sit there and wait for the next, or wait for somebody to do it, because somebody will go out, one of you or him might go out and find somebody else that's going to do all of it. That's with male and man and woman. Yeah, women do it too, just like men do. So we can't call shorts or play victim in situations like this, because women do it too. But I'm not talking about the ones that say, well, you wasn't there for me. No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about in that situation. When I was younger coming up, I heard a lot of women, because I was a late bloomer, so I ain't gonna even lie about it. I was a late bloomer, but I heard a lot of women say, well, you know what, blah, blah, blah. He on punishment. Y'all know what I'm talking about, but what's that gonna solve? Is he on punishment with you? But if you keep him on punishment, he'll go out there and do something with somebody else. Simple. Instead of putting the blame on each other, have we ever sat down and thought like, man, you know what? Yeah, when we first got together, it was on and popping. We did everything together. But now that I got the person, I stopped. Now that I got him, or now that I got her, I stopped because they stopped. Remember the scenario I had. No matter what you do, you don't stop being you. And a lot of us look at that. Oh, my headphone's slipping off. A lot of us look at that scenario and say, well, I can do this, I can do that. Next thing you know, time went by. And when your guy wants what you got. You know that. All women know that. So we women, y'all can't even play the victim on that. You can't. A lot of women say, well, if you want it, let him come and take it. It's not how it's easy to say that, but people don't like to get rejected. Let's just be honest. Men don't like to get rejected, just like women don't like to get rejected. He's probably thinking like, if I do something, she gonna turn me down anyway. So that's why it's not good to do things like that, especially if you're married. Now, I'm not saying that times will go by when you won't have sex with your husband or won't have sex with your wife, because let's just be honest, life is more than that. But when you get the withholding and telling him he's on punishment, or he's telling you, I'm not doing this or I'm not doing that, people, we're only human. We can only take so much. No, we can only take so much, and that person might branch off and find somebody else. And they might find somebody else and come home and tell you they found somebody else. Like, you know what? Hey, I cheated. I did this. I did that. I don't think we should be together no more. And the first thing you say is, wow, what'd I do? What happened? And she'll break it down to you, or he'll break it down to you. And then you're just sitting there looking crazy like, damn, interesting. Well, why you didn't tell me this earlier? Yeah, I did tell you earlier. And besides, when it comes to stuff like that, I really shouldn't have to tell you earlier. I shouldn't have to tell you, period, because I'm human just like you are. We both have thought processes in our head just like the next man do, or like the next woman. So I shouldn't have to tell you. But you never let a woman outdo to your man that you should be doing. And that goes both ways. That goes both ways. That's your husband. You have to do what you have to do to keep him around. Or in some cases, that's your guy. You have to do what you got to do to keep him around. You got to do what you got to do to keep her around. Don't let nobody outshine you at something you're supposed to be doing. I mean, that's the way it goes. That's the way it goes. And no, you don't get married just to have sex, because a lot of women hold off sex until they get married. And when you have sex with a person, you're in it just for that, and you divorce them, or he divorce you. Nobody should get married just to sleep with somebody. That just don't make sense. It never did make sense, and it probably never will. It probably never will. So marriage is way more than just having sex and making babies. Marriage is compromise. We already been through this. Marriage is compromise. Marriage is sacrifice. You just can't throw sex in the picture because marriage is bigger than that. Even relationships are bigger than just sex. No. If you want to just have sex with somebody, don't get in a relationship with them. Just be like, hey, I want to have sex with you. We can be this and we can be that. But once you get into a relationship with somebody, it's not just about sex anymore. It goes way deeper than that. And that's where a lot of us go wrong, because we like to hold, in some cases, women like to hold sex over men, because women is the key, K-E-Y, to sex. You can't have sex with a woman the right way, the legal way, if she don't approve. I don't care what anybody say. Yes, women is the key to that. Women are keys to a lot of things. Women got a lot of freaking power. And I'm not saying in a bad way, I'm saying in a good way. Women do have a lot of power when it comes to certain things, but a smart and wise woman do. A silly woman or a fool, she don't. She uses her power to manipulate. She uses her powers to manipulate. And when you use your powers to manipulate, that ain't gonna work. So we can't just sit aside and be like, well, I married him just for sex. Now, we did this and whoop the bam, and I don't like his sex no more. I'm finna divorce him. No, you don't do that. You got to stay with that man. If he's not cheating on you, nothing like that, you deal with it. You talk him through it. I put it that way. Talk through him, or do what you got to do to make it better for both of y'all. But no, you don't deprive anybody from what they want. I'm specifically talking about husbands and wives, because I've had a lot of scenarios when people talk to me, the women be bogus and the men be bogus. I know this woman. She was messed up, man. She was messed up. I don't know why, but people always just come and talk to me about different things. But I knew this woman that her and her husband wasn't getting along at all, and it was because of that situation. Not her. He didn't do what he was supposed to do. He took away the sex from her. So what was she supposed to do? I don't know. I'm just hoping that she got it right. I hope. I don't know. I don't know. I don't be in those situations like that. I'm just saying I hope she got it right. And I hope they got together and talked about some things, and I hope the ball is back on track now. So I don't know. I really don't know. But no, it's not. It was never good to have that sense of mind about anybody anyway. If you have a boy, now we finna switch it from, we already did the husband and wife thing. No, it's wrong. To withhold sex from your husband or your wife is wrong, unless it's a mutual agreement. Now, we're going to flip it around. This is the thing. Now, if you have a boyfriend or a girlfriend, let's just be honest. We all grown. We're all adults. We know what people do in relationships. That's fine. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion. Knock yourself out. But I will say this. If you're in a relationship and you don't want your guy or your girl to go out and start cheating on you, stuff like that, I'm not saying that's not I'm not saying that's the reason why he or she will do that, because you can have sex with somebody all day long or whatever, and he or she might still go out and find somebody. I'm not tripping on that, because life happens. But if you're that man's girlfriend or that man's your boyfriend, and y'all came to an agreement that y'all are together now, maybe it's not a good idea to not sleep with him. Maybe, just like I said, if it's a mutual thing, well, I want to have sex until we're married, bam, that's fine. If y'all come to that agreement, hey, once you put a ring on her finger, whatever, then y'all both belong to each other. But if y'all don't take that route, and I'm not telling nobody to take that route, it's fine, it's cool, it's understanding if everybody gets married, because there's nothing wrong with marriage. So I don't want nobody to come back and say, well, Pico, you said this. No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. I'm just simply saying, if you're in a relationship and you didn't had sex already way before you and this guy got together, way before you and this girl got together, don't come acting like you're a holy angel now, because that just makes you look stupid. You know, well, my previous relationship, I slept with this guy too fast and he left me. So the next relationship I get to, I'm gonna withhold this from him just to see what happens. What do you think's gonna happen? He's gonna creep out somewhere, because men are always gonna be a higher sex pistol than women are. That's just the way it goes. Why is it like that? I don't know. I'm not saying that a lot of women don't have high sex drives. I'm not saying that, but most men have bigger sex drives than women do. They do. Let's just be honest. That's why a lot of babies is in this world, okay? Because men got bigger sex drives. But it's not wise if you to just tell them, well, you know what? I don't want to have sex with you. Let's just hold off and see how it go. And y'all not having sex for 3-4 months, but you out there having sex with somebody else. And you come home to him, or if y'all live together or not, y'all meet up and it's like you never did anything. That's wrong. Just let him go. Or if you go out there and do it and you find out you want to pitch a fit, for what? Just let him go. Let him be. Because it don't make sense to him and it don't make sense to you. So just be by yourself. Be by yourself, because people will take your place. I'm replaceable. Anybody on this live is replaceable. We all are replaceable. But the thing is, you got to make it to a point that it's somewhat hard for you to be replaced. But we today, we make it too easy. We make it too easy. Especially if it's your husband and especially if it's your wife. Y'all supposed to be on the same track. You know, if your husband or your wife get that urge, let's just be honest, by you being the wife of that man or that man being the husband of that woman, that's your husband, that's your wife. You got to do what you got to do. Happy house, happy spouse. Just be honest. Nobody wants to. Look, man, let's just be honest. Even in the boyfriend and girlfriend world, nobody wants to be in a sexless relationship. That's just common sense. Nobody wants to be in that. But we have people that take away the sex and be with each other for 10, 20, 30 years and just take away the sex. Because you don't feel like it. Okay, so if you don't feel like it, why should I suffer? So that's why guys tip out sometimes, and that's why women tip out sometimes. Once again, I'm not saying that's the main reason, but that could be one of the reasons if you're married or if you're in a relationship and both of y'all are like platonically seeing each other, relationship-wise, seeing each other, and you was a sex pistol before you met him. Now you want to play holy angel. No, it don't work like that. But the minute y'all break up, you back being to what you was doing. So that's not fair to him. And if in a woman's eyes, it's not fair. In a man's eyes, no, I'm sorry. It's not fair to him, and it's also not fair to her. There you go. That's a better way to say it. So, no, it was never good to do that anyway. Relationships, relationships or marriage. It's not good for that, because nothing good will come out of it. Like I said, unless it's mutual. If it's a mutual agreement, y'all see eye to eye on the situation, fine. Then by all means, fine. There's nothing nobody can do about that. But if it's not mutual and you know what he wants or you know what she wants, and you playing hard to get all the time, and he see no change in you or you see no change in him, you're going to find it somewhere else. You're going to find it somewhere else. So it is what it is, man. Make your own decisions. But I'm just here to tell you, sexless relationships don't work. And you can go to the smartest people in the world. They'll tell you that. No, homie, that ain't gonna work, man. Your beautiful woman, what do you think you want? You're beautiful or you're a handsome guy. What do you think she wants? I'm not saying you can't tell somebody no. You can do that. Sure you can. But people are different. Everybody got their own theory on how about going about doing things. All the time it's just basically no. I'm busy. No. I'm tired from work. This, blah, blah, this and the other. Sure, somebody's gonna creep out. Just be honest. Somebody's gonna creep out. You're gonna creep out, especially if you're talking to the person, him or her. If you're talking to that person and constantly talking, and nothing changes in that situation, there's only two things you can do about it. One, leave. If you don't want to cheat on that person, with all due respect, just leave. Or two, your level for her is going to go down. Or your level for him is going to go down. So really, there's pretty much only one alternative, and that's to leave. If you've done all the talking, you've done all the counseling, you did this, you did that, you read all the books, he read all the books, you read all the books, and y'all can't come to a head, just go your separate ways. Well, you know what, sweetie? It was fun while it lasted, but I don't think we should see each other anymore. And fellas and the women, don't be scared if they say, wow, why not? Why you don't want to see me no more? Just tell her the truth. Tell him the truth. Because our sex life is done. We don't have a sex life. And she's like, oh, well, you know what? I'll do better. Or he said, you know what? I'll do better. It's up to you to get a person a chance or not. Okay, well, you know what? I'm going to stick around one more time. Because although sex is the main reason in a relationship, sex is a big part of a relationship. Whether we like it or not, we can look at it sideways. We can look at it all type of ways, but it's not the main reason. It's one of the main reasons. And so until we can cross that bridge and compromise with each other, we gonna always be back and forth with it. I'm your boy Pico the City Brown, man. I thank everybody for listening. Don't forget to hit the share button. Don't forget to share the content. Don't forget to hit that like button. Like I said, the new people, if you don't know, I'm on YouTube, Pico the City Brown 101 Talk PTSD. Hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. I'm also on TikTok and Instagram. You can follow me on TikTok at Pico City, and you can follow me on Instagram at Pico38. I want to thank everybody. Don't forget, hit that like button, and if you want to, feel free to share the content. I don't mind. Tomorrow's a whole new show, so you gotta stick around. Keep checking my Facebook page, because I only put it on Facebook. So keep checking my Facebook page to give you an abreast of the show that's coming up. So tomorrow there'll be a whole new topic on there. Here, if you want to throw some insights, hit my inbox. If you want me to talk about something, hit the inbox. And I must say, that's going along very, very good. That's going along, actually, it's going on better than I thought. So I want to thank everybody for participating. I want to thank everybody for sending me topics. Don't forget, share the content and hit that like button. It's your boy Pico the City Brown signing off, saying take care of yourself, take care of yourself, and take care of each other. Keep God first and pray more, because we need the big guy today more than we need him yesterday. It's your boy. I'm out of here, man, saying see you guys tomorrow. I love you guys. Always, like I said, keep God first and treat each other with respect. Black man, respect the black woman. Black woman, respect the black man, because the only way we can get through this is if we do it together. We can't stand apart and expect success. We have to stay in this thing together, whether we like it or not. I'm out of here, man.